Hello everyone, I'm Nadia Melvia from TBI 5A. I want to explain about the definition of interpretation. According to Nida and Teber, the translation process is the attempt to reproduce the meaning of a message from the source language into the target language using structures and cultures context that are natural for the target audience. They describe three main stages. The first is analysis, transfer, and restructuring. And according to Bell, translation involves linguistic and communicative processes in which the meaning of the source text is interpreted and re-expressed in the target text. He emphasizes that translation includes the first is processing semantic and pragmatic meaning, making linguistic and stylistic decisions. And according to Munday states that the translation process is a series of cognitive and linguistic steps taken by the translator from the moment of reading the source text until producing the target text. And according to Hatim and Mason, they view translation as an interaction between language, context, and culture. The process involves deep understanding of the text and strategic choice to convey meaning effectively in the target language. Okay, there are four main aspects of the translation process. The first is analysis of the source text. Understanding syntactic structures, lexical, idiomatic, and semantic meaning of the source text. Analyzing culture's context, communicative purpose, and text genre. Identifying explicit and implicit meaning. The second is transfer of meaning. Transferring meaning from the source language into the sub-framework of the target language. Involves cognitive processing to consider semantic equivalence, structure, idiom, and pragmatic meaning. Takes into account cultural differences, register, and communicative norms. The third, restructuring in the target language. Reorganizing the meaning into a natural and readable form for the target analysis, editing for coherence, cohesion, and clarity. And the last is revision and evaluation. Previewing the translation to avoid grammatical errors, meaning distortion, or cultural mismatches can be done by the translator or a professional editor. This stage is important to ensure the quality of translation output. Okay, now I want to explain about language interpretation's history. Language interpretation has been an essential part of human communications. Since ancient times, the history of language interpretations can be traced back to early civilizations such as Mesopotamia, ancient Egypt, and Greece, where the need to translate and interpret languages arose from interactions between various nations and tribes. In the context of trade, diplomacy, and spread of religion, the role of interpreters became highly crucial. Further development occurred in the Middle Ages, particularly in religious context, when translators and interpreters played key roles in the spread of Christianity and Islam. In the Islamic world, translation centers such as Beit al-Hikmah, House of Wisdom, in Baghdad became important hubs for transferring knowledge from Greek and Persian into Arabic, which later spread widely to the Western world. Oral interpretation was also employed in preaching and education. In the modern era, language interpretation began to evolve into a formal profession, especially since the 20th century, where marked a significant turning point as the demand for interpreters surged in military and diplomatic context. Internationally, international conferences such as the United Nations after the war promoted standardized methods of interpretation, including the development of techniques like simultaneous interpreting, which is now widely used in multilingual conferences. Interpretation is closely connected to various other disciplines because it involves more than translating words. It requires understanding meaning, context, and communication across cultures. From linguistics, interpreters learn how language works, including grammar and meaning. Culture studies help them understand customs, idiom, and body language, which are essential for avoiding misunderstandings. Psychology, especially cognitive psychology, support interpreters in managing memory, attention, and multitasking, which are vital in real-time interpreting. Psychology helps interpreters understand social rules and power dynamics, especially in sensitive settings like courts or hospitals. Technology also plays a growing role as interpreters often use software and remote platforms to work. In specialized fields like law, medicine, or international relations, interpreters need specific knowledge of terms and procedures. Technology has significantly impacted second language learning by making it more accessible, interactive, and personalized. Digital tools such as language learning apps, online dictionaries, and virtual classrooms allow learners to practice anytime and anywhere. Multimedia content like videos, podcasts, and game enhance engagement and listening skills. Additionally, AI-powered platforms can adapt to individual learning style uh, and provide instant feedback, helping learners improve more efficiently. Overall, technology supports more flexible, diverse, and effective language learning experiences. Okay, now I wanna explain about the twists and turns of study in the field of language interpretation in the third chapter. Expertise in interpretation and its influence. The first, linguistics. Examine aspects of linguistic competence and performance in the context of interpretation. Second, psycholinguistics. Studies in the field examine the mental and cognitive processes that occur during the interpretation process, including how language is represented in the brain. The third, sociolinguistics. Study the social factors that influence interpreters' communication performance, including cultural aspect and social context. Fourth, social psychology. In this field, focus on the dynamic of communication within groups or communities, such as how social identities and social interactions influence the interpretation process. 5. Applied linguistics. Examine the application of linguistic theory to interpreting practices, for example, by looking at how technology contributes to the development of interpreting. Okay, the next explanation about interpretative hypothesis. Interpretation now also includes the transfer of ideas from one form to another in various fields. For example, Andrew Chesterman developed the interpretative hypothesis theory, which states the interpretation is a key concept in understanding empirical research data. To overcome this, Wies Gambier emphasized the importance of formulating interpretation terminology contextually according to each field to make it clearer in academic and professional use. Okay, now challenges in interpretation and quality improvement efforts. Anthony Fim criticized how interpretation strategies often change depending on the context, as well as the extent to which interpreters are aware of these changes in strategy in practice. The dynamic of this strategy changes have the potential to cause errors in interpretation. If the same error continues to be repeated without being realized, then it can be categorized as an interpretation error. Uh, in professional interpretation practice, error in the interpretation process can lead to inaccurate messages, which of course is unacceptable. One indicator of the quality of interpretation can also be found in the process of academic writing. In this context, interpretation is considered as the process of translating abstract ideas into a more concrete written form. Hadron Gerzhimik Arbogast introduced the concept of four tongues of the speaker and 4 ears of the listener, which refers to the correspondence between ideas expressed orally and those written by academics. Furthermore, studies on simultaneous interpretation have been developed by Minhua Liu, who examines the challenges in simultaneous interpretation and the solution that can be applied. Using a cognitive psychology approach, Liu compares problem-solving strategies between experienced and novice interpreters. Her research identifies various skills, strategies, and cognitive capacities required in simultaneous interpretation. Okay, now I want to explain about chapter 4, basic principles of interpretation. The first is contextual understanding. Interpret information based on its context, including time, place, and situation. Second, clarity and accuracy. Interpret facts clearly and avoid assumptions of personal bias. And third, purpose-driven understand the objective of or goal behind the interpretation. Fourth, use of reliable source support interpretation with credible data or references. And the last is consistency. Maintain logical and coherent reasoning throughout the interpretation. In linguistics, an interpreter plays a crucial role in facilitating communication between speakers of different languages by conveying meaning accurately and effectively. Unlike translators who work with written text, interpreters work with spoken language in real time, requiring a deep understanding of both search and target languages, including their cultural and contextual nuances. Um, their role involves not just conversing words, but also interpreting tone, intent, and nonverbal cues to preserve the speaker's original message. This makes interpreter vital in contexts such as diplomacy, interpret international international business, healthcare, and legal settings where precise communication is contextual challenges in the interpreting profession include understanding cultural nuances, idiomatic expressions, and the speaker's intent, all of which can vary greatly between languages. Interpreters must quickly adapt to different settings, such as legal, medical, or diplomatic context, each with its own terminology and communication style. Misinterpreting context can lead to misunderstandings or even serious consequences, making it essential for interpreters to have strong cultural awareness, subject knowledge, and quick decision making skills. The profession of interpreting is becoming increasingly dynamic in a global context due to growing international communication, migration, and globalization. Interpreters are now essential in diverse fields such as international diplomacy, business, healthcare, and humanitarian efforts. The rise of remote interpreting through digital platforms has expanded opportunities but also introduced new challenges, such as managing technology and ensuring confidentiality. Global demand requires interpreters to be not only linguistically skilled but also culturally competent and adaptable to change, uh, changing environments. Okay, now I want to discuss chapter 5 about language interpretation process. The professional is become increasingly dynamic in a global context due to growing international communication, migration, and globalization. Interpreters are now essential in diverse fields such as international diplomacy, business, healthcare, and humanitarian efforts. The rise of remote interpreting through digital platforms has expanded opportunities but also introduced new challenges, such as managing technology and ensuring confidentiality. Global demand requires interpreters to be not only linguistically skilled but also culturally competent and adaptable to fast changing environments. Interpreter training involves developing advanced language proficiency, mastering interpreting techniques such as consecutive and simultaneous interpreting, and gaining subject-specific knowledge. Trainees also practice memory enhancement, note-taking, and quick decision making under pressure. Challenges include maintaining accuracy under time constraints, managing stress, and adapting to various dialects, accents, and cultural contexts. Continuous practice and exposure to real-life scenarios are essential for building both competency and confidence. Language interpretation. The first is simultaneous interpretation. Is a type of language interpretation where the interpreter translates the speaker's word in real time. With only a short delay for a few seconds, the method is commonly used in international conferences, live broadcasts, and multilingual meetings. The interpreter usually works from a sound booth and speaks into a microphone while listeners hear the translation through headsets. It requires intense concentration, quick thinking, and excellent language proficiency. And the second is consecutive interpretation. Involves the interpretation waiting for the speaker to pause before translating what was said. This method is commonly used in smaller settings such as interview, meetings, or legal consultations. The interpretation listens to a portion of speech and then convey in the target language after the speaker finishes, ensuring accuracy and clarity. And the third is Whispered interpretation is a form of simultaneous interpretation where the interpreter translate the speaker's words quietly, typically for one or two listeners. The interpreter speaks directly into the listener's ear without using microphone or sound systems, as it done without interruption and often without the aid of technology. And the next is the fourth is conference interpretation is a type of simultaneous interpretation used in large-scale events like international conferences, summits, or seminars. It requires advanced language skills, technical equipment, and the ability to maintain accuracy and clarity under pressure. And the last and five is judicial interpretation is the type of interpretation used in legal settings such as courtrooms or legal proceedings. Interpreter help ensure that non-native speakers or individuals with limited language proficiency can understand and participate in legal matters. Okay, 6. Liaison interpretation, also known as community or escort interpretation, involves facilitating communication between two parties who speak different languages in informal or smaller settings. The interpretation provides consecutive interpretation, ensuring both parties understand each other clearly. This type requires strong interpersonal skills and cultural sensitivity. And seventh, community interpretation involves interpreting in the public service settings such as healthcare, social services, or immigration to help individuals who speak different languages access essential service. It typically uses consecutive interpretation and requires not only language proficiency but also an understanding of the specific needs and context of the community being served. And next, medical interpretation involves facilitating communication between healthcare providers and the patients who speak different languages. It requires knowledge of medical terminology and cultural sensitivity to ensure clear and precise communication in sensitive healthcare settings. And 9. Military interpretation involves translating communication in military settings such as between armed forces and local populations or during international operations. Uh, and and the last is sign language. Interpretations involves translating spoken language into sign language and vice versa, allowing communication between individuals who are deaf or hard of hearing and those who do not understand sign language. It requires proficiency in both sign language and the cultural nuances of the deaf community to ensure effective and accurate communication. Okay, that's all about my presentation, and I say thank you very much.